guys, welcome back to Big Sister Chats.
Yeah.
That's so loud on my microphone.
I might need to turn the volume down a little bit just so that I don't get deafened by this.
Anyways, this episode.
Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
This episode has been a long time coming. It's not my fault. It is, in fact, Savannah's fault.
Yeah, but should I tell them why? Actually, I signed an NDA. I'm not actually allowed to tell anyone why. Just remembered.
Well, you can say you've been filming.
Well, I've been filming a Netflix series, and I signed an NDA, so I'm not actually allowed to tell you what it's for or where I've been filming.
She got secrets. That's when you know they're an act and they can't say anything.
But it was really fun. Loved it. Just been getting up at 5 a.m. every single morning. But yeah, it's been fab. I'm really tired. I filmed yesterday. My last day filming was yesterday, so I'm back. Yay.
She's back, and then she's going back to Artist next week. Leave me for another week. She needs me so much. It's actually ridiculous. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I've literally lost her.
No, you haven't.
You literally...
No. Okay, listen, right? We landed, and I went straight to Artie's, but because I needed to film all week, so I was working, I was grafting, I was earning money, and then I came back, and then I got called from my agent, said they want you back, so I had to go back again. So I had to go back to Artie's, but I'm only living at Artie's because he lives close to where I'm filming, and I'm not close here, so it has its perks, I guess.
Anyways, so yeah, she's back. She came back this morning.
I did.
After like leaving me for a week, and then she come back, and then she had to go back the next day.
Yeah, but I was only there for a day.
Yeah, but you were going to be there for 3 days.
I was going to be there for another week.
I know.
I know, crazy, right?
Let's get on to today's episode. Today's episode is going to be all about friendships.
Yay.
And I have written down some questions on a note, so I'm going to get it
She's
up
prepared.
now.
I'm not.
I can tell.
I'm still wearing what I came back home in.
Friendships. First of all, let's talk about how easy it is to find friendships. First of all, let's go on to school first, because that's obviously the first way you try and find friends, and then we'll go on to like college and uni for you. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so loud. So friendships. How did you?
I just stuck my nose in the microphone. I hope you didn't hear that. It was just so spongy. I let my intrusive thoughts win, and then I realised what I was doing. Anyway, yeah, friendships. So loud. I thought, right, okay, if we're going to go in chronological order, let's talk about when we're babies. Like, babies have no idea what friends are, right? They're just like, oh, you're another human that's like the same kind of size as me. We must be friends. And then when you're like a toddler, you're like, nah.
Hate everyone.
Yeah,
no.
you
go away.
You don't want to share anything, and you want everything to yourself, which is pretty much how you still are, Scarlett. Jokes. That was a joke. But making friends in school is quite easy because everyone's in the same boat. Like, you're all doing the same things, yada, yada, yada. It's easy in primary school, but then as you all get older, then you get conflicts, and you have to navigate other people. And sorry, there's fluff on this. It's going in my mouth. Anyway, but I think when you're in secondary school, so like from the age of like probably 12 to 16, you think that it's really important to have a massive group of friends and to have loads of friends. But as you get older, you realise that you only need one or two close friends. You just need a small circle.
I agree.
And you kind of grow to realise the people with loads of friends are actually the loneliest, because they might be liked by loads of people, but in reality they don't really trust anyone. And the
Yeah.
same goes for the other people. And it's like, when you just have one or two friends, you might think, oh, that's really lame when you're younger, but actually when you're older, them 2 or 3 friends are going to be with you for the rest of your life. And do you know what I mean? Like, that's something I've learned. Like, I had loads of friends in secondary school, and I love them all, but like right now I'm only in contact with like 2 people from secondary school who I still hang out with, who I still message every day, who I still trust with my entire life, and then 1 friend from college
Yeah.
who's the same, who I like. And them 3 girls are like my only friends, but they will be my friends for life. And I absolutely love and adore them, and I would do anything for them, and they would do anything for me, and that's how you know you've got a good friendship. Also, I think the dynamics change when you're in a relationship. So like, your best friend is your partner, and that's how you know like
Yeah.
you're with the right person. Like, so right now, like if anyone asked me, I'd say Artie is my best friend. He knows me the best out of anyone. Like, he, you know, is my bestie. But I have my best girlfriends as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just different when you get older. You know.
Yeah. So
What about
this.
you?
Well, I've like gone through a lot with like friendships, finding the right friendship group, not fitting in, but like outside. Like, I've gone through a lot in primary school. Start off with primary school. The first few years, I was like kind of like fine, because you're in year R, you don't really know much, you're just friends with everyone. But then like I went through a bit of bullying in like year 3. Like, this one girl would just hate me and my best friend. But like, I don't know, I didn't really like. It wasn't bad bullying. Like, it was just like bickering.
It was just like petty. Yeah.
yeah, very petty.
I think bullying, in a weird way, when you're on the receiving end of it, seems like the worst thing at the time, because it is. But
Yeah,
it does
it
make
is.
you
It's horrible.
stronger as a person. Like,
Yeah.
it makes you sort of realise, like, this is not a reflection of who I am. This is a reflection of who they are.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I went through like bullying at year 3. Then like it was very like every now and then happening until like the end, like year 6. And then obviously I could not wait to leave primary school. Like, I just hated primary school. It was like, oh, I went through so much friendship groups. Like, I would always mix and match. Like, go one day I'll hang out with them, one day I'd hang out with them, then one day I'd hate them, one day I'd hate them. Like, I always felt like just on like an outsiders, and like I wasn't really included. I was kind of like there, like on the edge, just I'm here. If I left, they wouldn't really care. It wouldn't make any difference to them. So I felt like that. So when I left primary school, I didn't really like feel sad. And also, I left a week early because we had to go on holiday. So I wasn't like sad. I didn't really like miss anyone because I just hated school. Also, I'd hate like one person, which was my best friend. Like, she's one that I'd only be sad to leave, but I'd also see her outside school, so it wasn't a big thing. But then then I went to secondary school, and year 7 was like the best year of my life. Like, you were just in year 7, you're friends with everyone. You're friends with everyone in year 7, and just everyone's like really good friends. You're all nice to each other. There's no like bullying, there's no like being horrible to each other, there's no falling out, because you're very new and you're just all in the same boat and you're just all friends.
Yeah, when you're in year 7, you're just trying to navigate your way through big school. Like, everyone's bigger than you, everyone's like looking down at you, and you kind of just all form a little alliance. You form a little group as a year 7. Woo, big up year 7s. Sorry, from year 11, Savannah.
But yeah, so year 7 was easier. Then year 8, you kind of get the first bit of like, oh, I don't like you anymore, or arguing, or arguments, because you're like finding the right group to be in. But yes, year 8 was what was like the worst. Year 8 to year like 9 was the worst year for me ever. Like, honestly, do not take me back to that. Like, it was just the worst thing in the world. so much happened. I got bullied a lot in year 8. But then lockdown happened, and literally, when I tell you it saved my life, it saved my life. Like, it came along, was like, you don't want to go to school? I'll help you out. Literally, I was literally manifesting to go.
Scarlett
in lockdown.
manifested COVID.
I actually did, you know.
New conspiracy theory.
I remember like being on FaceTime to my friend, going, "Oh my god, I really hope we go on lockdown because I don't like going to school." Because every day I would fear going to school because these girls were horrible to me. Like, I would be crying if I go. I'd like refuse to go in because of it. Like, it was really affecting me. And obviously, we talk about school and like how well I've done. Like, obviously, like towards the end, I just couldn't bother anymore. But a lot of like my attitude changed a lot during school. But it's because of this one thing that happened in year 8 that like caused all this, because it just caused me to hate school forever. Because these one girls, obviously, they did not leave school, so that they was always there, and they always like literally giving PTSD thinking about
Trauma.
it was trauma, and it was really horrible. So yeah, I got bullied a lot in year 8, and then year 9 it was literally just me and my best friend. Like, I would not I wouldn't talk to anyone else apart from my best friend. I was like lonely as hell, because this one thing that happened, like they made everyone turn on me and everyone hate me. It was horrible. And then also year 9, you like you weren't allowed. Year 9, you weren't really allowed to have like food inside or mix with other years. So like it was only just me and my best friend, and we'd just not talk to anyone else. Then year 10, it got a bit better, and then year 11, I just hated it. Honestly, it was like hell. It was like, oh my god, get me out of this shithole right now. Like, literally, when I left, I also left a lot. I missed my last day of year 11, but I'm really glad I did, because I don't really want to be saying goodbye to anyone, because I don't really like anyone then. Yeah.
Yeah, but then also that you did have a good group of friends. Like, we've all seen your prom vlog.
Yeah. No, let's talk about friendships. Like, I'll say this, I never found my friendship group, because right now I still have no friendship group. So I was always like mixing between friendship groups. Like, one day I'd be hanging out with them, next minute I'll be hanging out with them. Like, always changing my friends. Like, my mum and dad and sister could not even keep up with me. But like, oh, now you're friends with them. Oh, now you hate them. Oh, what's going on now?
It was like, you know, one of them series where none of the episodes link up and they're all just like random stories. It was like that with Scarlett's school life. It was so like, I felt like I was dipping in and out. But speaking of friendship groups, I don't have a friendship group, and I was actually thinking about this the other day. Like, I have 3 friends, but they're not friends.
But then I'm talking about in school. You had like a group you'd hang out with at lunchtime.
Oh right, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have that. And it's like, when you have a friendship group, I feel like you kind of feel like there's your safe bubble of people you can go to, you can tell anything to. I never really had that. And I had like a group with like, you know, me and my best friend and a few different boys that, you know, we'd always like go out, we'd all go to. And that was like my group. And I really felt like safe there, because we'd come around, we'd film YouTube videos together, we'd go to each other's houses on the weekends. It was fun. But then that broke and I got kicked out of the group.
I wonder how many group chats you've been in on Snapchat.
I've got so much group chats on Snapchat.
That
Like,
you're not friend, or your ex-friendship groups.
They're all ex-friendship groups, honestly. I've been so many like just groups like randomly formed, and then like bye Scarlett, you're
so
out.
Funny.
No, but like I've been going through so much groups, but this year in year 11, so year 11 group was like the worst. Like, I honestly have never felt like an outsider so much. Like, so I fell out of one of my good friends that I used to have. She was like year below me. And there's this girl that I used to hang out with like for years straight, all year 10. And we fell out. So then I kind of literally generally had no one to go to, because no one really wanted me there. I felt like, because I wasn't close with anyone. Like, I was only close to this one girl, then we fell out and we kind of distanced ourselves from each other. And it was getting to year 11, and I was like, I kind of need to, you know, start hanging out my own year, because it's, you know, I'm about to leave soon. So then there's this girl that I used to be really good friends with, and like had a few lessons with her. So I was like, I'll hang out with their group. But their group honestly just never included me in anything. Like, I would be sitting around the table and they'd all talk to each other. I feel like I couldn't really talk, because I was like, didn't know them well enough to talk.
Yeah. But also, Scarlett, like, that is, to be fair, like, that is a horrible situation to be in. I think we've all been in one of them situations where you're in a group, no one's really including you. But I promise you now, they are not, they don't purposely
Yeah, of course, they're not
exclude you.
totally doing it.
But when you feel like that, you don't say anything. Because, like, we've all been there. You don't say anything, and then you're quiet, and then it makes you more quiet. And then, so sometimes the best thing to do in that situation is just to get involved in any way
Yeah.
you can.
I mean, I did try to get involved, but I felt like I don't know, I just felt like I couldn't because like they'd be talking things I would not know about. They would have like little inside jokes and I wouldn't be able to join in. They were just very like, they were like a very like, not random group, but a hectic group with a lot of going on. They would just have fun and stuff and I'd be like sitting here like, couldn't really join in.
Yeah.
Because I never really felt comfortable enough to join in, like, because of the people. I don't really know them very well.
But like, never force yourself because that clearly
No,
just
yeah.
isn't your crowd. That's just not your people.
It wasn't,
like-
but I honestly had no one else to go to at this point. So I was like, look, I've got like 4 months left. I just need to suck it up and get through it. You
Yeah.
know, like just sitting with someone at least, just like 40 minutes, not even talking
exactly.
at one lunchtime. It's just like, just get through it. But then I got to a point where they would just make me feel more of an outsider. Like, sometimes I would like think like, are they doing this on purpose? Like, so for example, one time there was it was World Book Day, and they had all like I was with them when they organised this as well. They were all organising to go as like Scooby Doo characters, and like I didn't really know what they were talking about, but I was with them when they were organising it, and then on the day they were all dressed up as like different characters in Scooby Doo, and I was just there in my school uniform. Like I honestly never felt so like an outsider. Like people were asking me like, do you not get asked like to get dressed up? Because they were all dressed up in Scooby Doo characters, and I was sitting there taking photos for them. Like honestly, it was horrible. I went home that day and cried. To be honest with you, I did tell one of the girls that I felt like an outsider. She's like, oh, so sorry, and I was like, sure you are. Like just
that isn't very
situations
nice.
like that I just actually hated. Like I think on that day actually I had like after break I literally was like about to cry, and then I got into science the second lesson. I literally sat down, put my head on the table and burst out crying, and the girl was sitting right next to me, didn't even ask if I was okay.
That's literally horrible. That just proves that she was never your friend in the first place.
Yeah, like a lot of things towards the end of the year I was just so sick of it all. I was so sick, like honestly, like I would be dreading going to break or lunch just for that like reason. Like I was just so sick of it all because it was getting worse and worse, and just things would happen and they would just not include me. Like prom, let's talk about prom. They were all like talking about how they were going together, didn't really get asked. I felt like an outsider there. That was just horrible because like I was sitting with them, they were all going to talk about prom, they were all going together, and I was sitting there like I'm not going with anyone. But the most upsetting thing was one of the girls in the group I had asked earlier in the year if she wanted to come to prom with me. She was like, yeah, sure. And then like I didn't need to talk about prom because I didn't really know if I was gonna go or not. But then like I kind of assumed that she'd still want to go with me because I did ask her and she said yes. But then she like messaged me and was like, oh, I've got a car sorted, I'm going on my own. And then I realised she lied to me and she's actually going in the group. That actually really hurt me because she lied.
Yeah, would you have rather her just told you the honest truth
Yeah.
and been like, I'm going
Yeah.
with the group? Yeah.
If she told me the honest truth, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough.
But
then
you went with Tori and had a good time with Tori.
yeah, I went with my best friend Tori, and it kind of made more sense to go with Tori because I'm going into college with Tori, going to do the same course. She's been my best friend. She's like I've known her since literally I was 2, so it made sense who I went with, and it all kind of ended perfectly perfect.
You still had a good night.
Yeah, still a good
Yeah,
night,
exactly. That's the main thing.
but just situations like that, it was just nice, not nice.
No, it's not. Like,
What about you? Have you ever felt like an outsider?
oh god, yeah, so many times. I can't think of any like particular like times. Oh no, I can. I was quite young. I was in year 6, so my last year of primary, and I had a friendship group that consisted of 3 other girls, and they would choose when they wanted to drop me, when they wanted to be my friend on a day-to-day basis. But because I was such a doormat, like I never ever stuck up for myself, they
Yeah.
would like use, and they would use that to their advantage. They knew what they were doing, but like they'd make secret pacts together, like, oh, today let's all ignore Savannah, or oh, today let's like do this to Savannah, and I've just sort of gone along with it, because I didn't have anything else to do. And then we went on a residential to Cornwall or something, to a beach, and I stayed in a room with them because they were like, oh, we need another person. Sav, do you want to stay in a room with us? And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, we're all bezies, so that makes sense. But actually, that turned out being a really nasty week. Like, it just sounds really petty, but as an 11-year-old girl, these kind of things just, I don't know, they make you feel like a nobody.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, just little things like they'd turn the lights off if I was like in the toilet, or they'd like, every single night I took a little camera with me to take photos to show my mum and dad, because you were allowed to take phones. So every single night they'd unplug the charger from my camera so it was never charged. They made me sleep on the camp bed. I was the first one to open the door to the hotel room, but they all pushed me out of the way and chucked their bags on the like nice beds, and they were like, lol, like, you get the sofa bed. And I was like, oh, okay. It was just little things that all added up, and like, yeah, it was nasty. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Like trios also never work. Like I've experienced this too much.
Oh god, yeah. Like with threes, it's always two people that are going to be closer.
Yeah.
But that only sort of counts if you're there for like a long time, spending a lot of time together. Because
like for example, so I used to be in a trio, and then like it just kind of all split up because one of our friends went to a different school, and then me and my best friend went to school together. So it was kind of that. But also they also ganged up on me a lot because they knew each other since they were like very babies. So it was very like sometimes it'd be them and them. But for example, my when I go on holiday, I'm in a group. And it's like 3 boys and 3 girls, and sometimes I would feel like an outsider in the girls, because I just met this girl, and this girl is Jess, who I'm pretty sure I've talked about a lot on my YouTube, because she'd known the other girl for like a while, like quite a few years, so I'd feel like an outsider, like I didn't really know much. But I feel like it'll be very different this year because I feel like I've known them both for like over a year, so I feel like it'll be different, and also we're closer now, so it kind of works. And when you're on holiday, you kind of just don't have any beef or arguments. Or
that's what I mean. Like
it's all kind of good vibes.
Like with the 3, like it's okay for a short amount of time because you don't really get on top of each other too much.
Yeah.
But if you're like in a friendship group at school, there's only 3 of you, then that's when it can go downhill a bit.
Yeah.
But going back to the group thing, like, so I've met Artie's friends. He's got like a group in Bournemouth and a group in London, and they're like a group. Like whenever they go out together. Like they do things together. They go on holiday together. And I was like, oh, like I'd love him to meet my friends, but I don't have a group that I do things with. Do you know what I mean? That's why I was
have
thinking,
like separate friends.
I have separate friends that I do different things with.
Yeah.
And it's quite weird, but like that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Like whether you have 1 friend or 10 friends, and if you're in a group or like have different friends for different things, so be it. Like do you know what I mean? It's like it is what it is. And then obviously I only went up to college, didn't I, with Eleanor. So like then when I went to uni, like I met another really good friend who I like see all the time. But again, like I've got like these like best friends, but none of them really mix. So if I see them on a one-to-one basis, which is
I think seeing friends one-to-one is a lot better because then it's just you and them. It's not really like living on and out, and you're just like
my best
can
friend,
be closer.
Like my best friend Megan, we're both so busy. Like we were best friends all through school as well. Like we would spend time with each other every single day, sit next to each other in all our lessons, yada yada yada. But now, like I saw her on Monday for the first time in like 6 months.
Yeah,
like it's crazy, but we're still best friends.
And it's like time, like no longer how long you been since you've seen each other, you're still as close as you were, and
Oh,
that's
God,
like
yeah.
real friendship. Like me and my best friend Jess, we haven't seen each other in a year, but we message, send voice messages, FaceTime all the time. We send voice messages to each other 24/7 all day.
That's the
And-
good thing
and we're
about
still really close.
That's the good thing about social media. But I think another thing about social media is that, like, you know, when like you get worried about how many followers you have, right? You could have like 10,000 followers, but none of them are your friends. If the only people that followed me were my actual good friends who I love and trust, there
I'd
would be
be
like
one.
10 people, like max. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how my subscribers, like, I've got like over 2,000 subscribers, but like, don't know any of them. I love you all so much, but I don't know you.
Yeah, exactly.
But
It's
I
just
love
weird.
it. That's also what I love about social media is when people reach out to me and message me, because it makes me feel like what I'm doing is worth it in a way. Because sometimes if I'm not really getting any feedback from what I do, or not getting as many views, or my subscribers aren't going up, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Is it
Is
worth
it
it?
both?
Like, is it worth, me spending hours editing, hours making content,
Yeah. But you also do it because you enjoy it, not
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to
yeah.
get validation.
Yeah, of course I do because I enjoy it, but also I want to do it
Oh yeah, you want to
because I'm
get
worth
like
it.
yeah. But I think if you got that all the time, it wouldn't be as special.
No,
as
yeah,
would
but
you
when
get
I do
it.
get like when people like make edits to me, or when people reach out to me, message me, and tell me I'm doing well, it means
then it
so
means
much
a lot
to me.
more.
Yeah,
If you got that like every day, you'd be like, oh yeah, another one.
yeah,
Do
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it makes it
but
more
then I'm
special.
because like recently, like I've been like kind of just getting more people like engaged in my content and stuff. And when I get loads of comments on one day, it makes me like it kind of makes me feel better about my day. I'm like, oh, well, I'm doing it, it's worth it. It makes me
Yeah.
really happy, and I get feedback because it's like people are actually seeing what I do.
Yeah, exactly. It's good.
But anyways, about the friendship thing, do you think that being like in such bad friendship experience has made you stronger?
Yeah, definitely. Well, to be fair, like, you've got to remember that when you're making all these friendships and you're going through these things, your brain is literally rewiring. Like, you might be friends with someone one year and the
Yeah.
next year fall out because you're different. That's okay. Like, it's not an
Yeah.
issue. It's none of your fault, really. It's just the fact that your brains are literally rewiring. You're literally growing into the person who you're going to become. Like,
Yeah.
at them years of your life, especially at secondary school, when you go from being 12 to being 16, you're going to obviously go through different friendship groups. You're going to have fallings out. You're going to have arguments. You're
100%.
going to meet people that you clash with, and that's okay and that's normal, and that builds who you are, builds your personality, makes you stronger, and it makes you know who you want to be friends with and who you don't want to be friends with. Like,
Yeah.
like, you could meet someone and spend like 5 minutes talking to them and probably know deep down whether you would want to be their friend or not based
Yeah,
on what you
100%.
know because
I think it's
of the
crazy.
different things that have happened to you. Another thing that I've learned is people that are friends with everyone, right? People that love everyone, friends with everyone, seems to have no issues with everyone. They're the fakest kind of people because
100%.
and they probably don't have anyone who they are really close to. They're just kind of floating around with everyone, and it's like that's when that can become
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like not a good thing to do because essentially you're just people pleasing for the sake of having loads of friends and having these big friendship groups that you can go out with and do stuff with, but really, are you happy?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's crazy because sometimes I really think about like, wow, like if like I had not gone through what I went through in school with friendships and all the bullying stuff, I probably wouldn't be where I am right now because I've like obviously at times. So I started YouTube in like 2020, and I started it because I was bored and I was lonely because I didn't really feel like I had anyone.
Yeah.
And obviously I also did it because I was in lockdown. I was very bored, but then I started it and it kind of like made me feel like when I started it, I felt a lot more better. I feel like I had something to like do.
Had a purpose.
Yeah. And then obviously when I went back to school, obviously I did get taken mick out a little bit for YouTube, but people just generally got used to the fact that I did YouTube, did social media.
People just get
And
over
it made me and like obviously the bullying stuff kind of made me feel made me so much stronger as well because it's like I can deal with it because
Yeah.
it low key prepared me for like getting hate on social media. Because
Yeah.
obviously them like saying stuff to my face is so much worse than getting a comment on like your phone. But the fact that I overcome that, and when they would say stuff to me, I would literally just be like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Like, wow.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Like, as another thing you learn when you get older is that like it's just not worth it. Like
No.
having arguments and having
Yeah, no,
tiffs,
it's so petty.
like it's gonna happen. Like with your best friends,
Yeah.
with your partners, with your family,
Yeah,
because
100%.
that's just we're just humans, you know.
Yeah.
Like in the wild, like animals will have physical fights and then just get over it. Like
Yeah.
humans just have to, you know, express how they're feeling at certain times, and that's okay. But like also just knowing, like just knowing when to just let something go.
Yeah.
Or knowing when to just be like, okay, like this is pointless, this is stupid, like let's just move on, kind of thing. It's so important as well, because otherwise, like life's too short to be like arguing and having a problem with everything, and like just go with the flow. Like if it's not if something somebody is doing is not directly hurting you, just let them be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like them conversations at family dinners when like someone brings up politics or something, and someone's like gets really arsey, and it's like why why are you so pressed? Like that's something that annoys me. Like why does everyone think they know everything?
Oh, people like they think that really annoy me because I'm like, stop trying to be the
just
better
shut up.
person
No,
here.
who cares?
Like everyone doesn't know if like some people just aren't academic, don't remember things, or
Like,
some people just
everyone-
don't know things.
Like everyone's got an opinion, right?
Yeah.
But some people just need to shut up. Like if I did something that upset someone, not upset. Hang on, how to put this? So for example, I've got a conch piercing, right, which is a piercing like in your ear.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not. It's there. That's not like, you know, if I showed someone that and they were like, that is so disgusting, like that's gross, like who would get that? Like that's just not girly at all. I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But like,
I hate it.
but
when
like
people
I,
do
but
that.
like I wanted it for me. I wasn't getting it to please you or anyone else. So
I really hate it when I get comments.
what
and
do you want me to
people
say? Do you want
do
me to
that.
take it out for you? Is it hurting you that much? Like just little things like that. When just let people be, let people do what they want
Yeah.
to do.
I
To a
hate
certain
it.
extent, if someone wants to egg your house, then maybe you have a problem with it. But if someone just wants to like,
Let's make
I
let's
don't
make really want
know.
an egg crust sandwich now.
That is
don't
so
know why.
random. That's so random. Have you had lunch?
No, that's not gonna have though.
Sick.
You're making it for me.
No, I'm not. I'm getting ready to go we need to go shopping soon. I need to also tell me if this is weird or not, but me and Artie are celebrating our 6-month anniversary.
Yes, some vibes.
I know. It's just No, it's cute. It's just an excuse to like have a nice dinner. We're getting each other little presents as well. So I need to go shopping because it's on Friday and today's Wednesday.
What, you getting each other?
Why are you laughing? You don't know.
Yes, I do.
You don't.
Yes, I do. I was
told
with you when you telling Megan.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. Nah, that sounds kind of sus. It's not sus.
She is being sus, guys, I
Wait,
promise you.
no, I promise. Cut the cameras. Anyway, moving swiftly on.
I was about to say so. Oh yeah, about people's opinions on each other. I hate it when people like have opinions and stuff like that on me because I'm like, I didn't ask your opinion. Like, keep your opinions yourself. Like, there's some stuff where people like say, and it's like, when did I ask? Like,
But
I hate
also,
when
you've
people
got to
express their
remember-
opinions. I don't
This
know.
is-
What, I can't
This
think
is
of
going to
ex-
sound contradictory to what I said, but also, some people are giving you constructive criticism or something you should actually genuinely think about. And like, so I'm
Yeah.
like, it's good to be open-minded and look at things in different ways and look at things with a different perspective. Like, it's good to listen to people's opinions, but if it's something that they don't need to have an opinion about, then that's what annoys me. That's what I mean. There's a difference.
Yeah. Obviously, if someone's trying to like give me opinions, but there's kind of, it's like advice kind of.
Or like if they're
if I was
telling you
you
their
next time,
point of
do
view.
this.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they're
I
giving you-
appreciate that.
like it's good to be open-minded. That's something that really annoys me. We should do an episode on pet peeves.
Oh my god, yes. Next episode, we're filming it tomorrow, by the way. Basically, guys, our uploads have been so bad, and it's all because of Savannah's never home. So whenever she's home, I'm like, let's film 5 episodes.
Yay.
No, but yeah, when people like comment something where it's like really unnecessary, it really, really triggers me.
No, but it's annoying when it's useless information.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You're really ugly, in my opinion. When did I ask? Thanks
Sorry,
for
do you
letting
want me to
me
get? Sorry, do you want me to get a face transplant?
Literally, it really annoys me. Like, sometimes there's comments I get, and I'm like, why would you even comment that? Like, I put out a video recently, and it's literally like all my TikToks I put on YouTube Shorts are literally just for content and not for like the sounds, and not for like what they say they are. And the sound was like, I'm literally perfect, right? It didn't mean anything. It was just me making content. I've literally had 40 comments saying that I'm such a pick-me girl. I'm so like,
It's just like, oh, okay, cool.
Like-
Like 20, yeah, me and 20 other thousand people that make the same TikToks. Like,
exactly.
whatever.
Like, it wasn't upsetting me, but it was just annoying me because I'm like, you're just commenting things
Just
that are
shush.
unnecessary. Like,
Do you wanna
thanks for
do you wanna
downing
know-
my confidence.
Do you want to know my biggest one? This is my biggest pet peeve. I know this isn't the episode on pet peeves, but it does also link to people's opinions. Do you know what my biggest one is?
What?
What upsets me the most when people point? It's just like when people point out the obvious.
Driving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Savannah's just to break it. Savannah's failed her driving test 4 times,
We literally did a whole episode on my driving.
and people just always ask about it.
People
It's like,
are
when
like,
are you gonna drive? When are you gonna start driving?
When-
So when are you gonna start driving? Shut up.
how about be quiet and wait until I tell you?
Exactly. Yeah, I hate it when people ask.
It makes me not want to do it. So that's what's funny, right? Sometimes
Yeah,
I'll be like, so recently, like I was like, oh, like I'm gonna get back into my driving. I'm gonna pass my test. And then like one person was like, so are you driving yet? And I was like, oh, not yet. Well, you should be. Like time's ticking. And I was like, oh, I don't even want to do it anymore. And I said that.
We'll
Because it's
save
like-
all this for the episode though,
Oh,
because
I know,
it'll
but
be
I
so
could
good.
I literally need to rant about it.
No, we're gonna save it because people will want it and people will come back for it.
Yeah, if you want to hear me rant about people, oh my god.
We will do an episode on that. Do not you worry.
People are like, people act as if there's an age limit on driving. Like my mum passed when she was like, what, 35?
Yeah.
And what?
Save it.
And what?
Save it.
I get the Northern Line where I need to go. I do not need to drive. That was unnecessary. Rant over.
Anyways,
Rant over until the next episode.
yes. Now this is actually an important one. What about friendships? What
I hope
about
that's my
friendships
fault.
is important? Do you know what? I think what about friendship is really important is that just to have that one person to kind of talk about anything with. Because I feel like when you like bottle things up, like let's say if me and Jess, obviously I don't see her, I only see her like once a year for like 2 weeks. But whenever I've got something on my mind or something's bothering me, I don't even care if she doesn't listen to voices. Like, cause not gonna lie, but sometimes she just like airs my voice messages because I literally send about 20, like 5 minutes long each one. She's like,
Yeah.
oh my lord, Scarlett, what the hell? But like, I'll just literally spam her, like either me crying or me in the mood, or I'll just spam her just talking about everything on my
It's just
mind.
good to get things off your chest.
It really is. And sometimes, like most of the time, she will like reply to it and she'll like, tell me, give me advice, help me out. But like just having that one person where you can talk about anything with, I think is really important because
Yeah.
talking about things is just so important in life. Whereas you
100%.
bottle things up.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. You should always have someone to talk to.
Yeah, 100%. Like you.
What was the question?
What's important about
Same thing,
Being
really. Yeah, someone you can have a laugh with, someone you can share experiences with, someone you can, if I've spent loads of times, if I've spent loads of time with my boyfriend and I need a bit of girls' time, like I want to go out, I want to have dinner, I want to like chat about my boyfriend. That's the problem.
Don't come to me.
Huh?
Don't come to me for that.
No, like, whatever. And then, like, vice versa. If, like, I need, whatever, then I'll, like, talk to Artie about stuff. To be fair, he's really good as well. Like, if I
And also, Savannah, you talk a lot to Mum about things, don't you?
Oh, God, yeah. I kid you not. My mum is actually my best friend. And my sister.
I come second, do I?
But I've known mum longer.
Okay,
What?
I
Why
see
you-
how it is now.
I'm joking. Actually, I probably
Do you know,
told...
I feel like the oldest child is always really close to the mum, where the second one isn't as close. I feel like that's just like how it is.
Maybe.
Because I feel like quite a lot of people's older siblings are just more close to their mum than their younger
Yeah,
siblings.
I don't know what it is.
I'm not like that. I'm close to my mum, but I'm not that close to tell her like everything that's going on.
I literally tell my mum everything. I'll tell my mum if I saw a squirrel at the park. I'll literally call her. But, do you know what I mean? I call her for everything.
See, I'm like that because I never leave the house.
Yeah.
I don't leave. I do not get out.
I was away for a week and I was just like, I miss my mum. It's like, Mum, I miss you. Called her at my lunch break on filming. I literally was on the phone to her until they were like, get back on set. And I was like, okay, bye, Mum. I need to go back.
That's cute.
But yeah. Helen is my best friend.
Everyone loves Helen.
Oh, they really do. It always used to baffle me when, like, girls at school, like my age, like, didn't get on with their mums, or they weren't close to their mums, or
And I-
hated their mums.
yeah.
And I was like, what?
And when boys, when people would be like, I
missing
hate my mum
out."
so much.
Yeah, I was like,
She's such a
"What?"
bitch. Like, what?
I never argue with my mum or my dad. Like, we never have arguments. Scarlett can't relate because she is sassy, and I'm #angel child.
I had never done that, but I don't do that anymore. Like, okay, well, I get annoyed. I can get annoyed, but it's if I want to do something. Like today, I got a bit annoyed because I said to Savannah, film my podcast at 1:30. She was not down here 1:30. My mum and dad were in here watching TV. I was trying to set up.
Like, get out.
So everyone was annoying me because I was like, so doing my job is so important to me. So like, I'm very dedicated. And with this podcast, we're not dedicated at all. And it honestly fires my blood. Like, I'm not even joking because I care about putting out content consistently so much. But I feel like obviously like people might care, but like I feel like no one cares as much as me. Like no one understands how much I care about it. Like me being consistent on YouTube is like just so important to me. And if I like yesterday, I English. I don't have an upload for Saturday, so yesterday I vlogged the day and then I edited this morning and I was scheduled. So like I'm so consistent with it. I don't miss an upload. Where
Scarlett's work ethic is like,
yeah. So like yesterday, I woke up and I wasn't really in the mood to film, but you know what? I was like, no, Scarlett, you got an upload for Saturday. You got to get in the mood. So I did it, and I vlogged, and I had a good vlog, and it was fun. So when and obviously this podcast, I wanted episodes to be our Edward of the week. Did that happen? No. So like when I organised to film, is obviously when Savannah's home, and I'm like, right, I need to film this. I want to film this time till this time, then we can have a day off. She never is on time, and my mum and dad were in here chilling, watching TV, and I was like, can you see I am trying to set my podcast up right now?
I came all the way home from London to film for you. You're welcome.
This wasn't just a reason.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
Well, how come you were upstairs for like 2 hours
'Cause
doing
I've
something?
not been home for like a month.
And she came in for me,
Yeah, I did.
for your bed.
Yeah.
See, like
Toby.
it just like triggers me sometimes when people don't really realise how much important it is
Look,
to me.
I know how important it is to you.
And be consistent then.
Well, yeah, I'll try.
See, like, my dream is to like do this
Anyway,
full time.
we've literally come off of the topic of
I know,
the
we
podcast.
have.
Anyway, we need to wrap it up because we actually do need to go shopping because the shop's shine an hour.
This last question is: have you found your friendship?
Yes.
I definitely have.
I found my best friend. I found my partner for life. Or partners for life. Soul sisters.
I have found my best friend. She
You
lives
know, when you know you
4
found your
hours
best
away
friend.
from me.
Slay.
And then I've also found my other best. I've got 3 best friends. But I live my life, you know, because to be honest with you, I don't really meet other people, but when I do, it's just a chill day. Like I'm not really sociable. I quite rather sit in my bedroom and film YouTube videos and TikToks all day.
Introvert.
I'm very sorry for everyone who's watching this that loves spending time with me, but it's just what I love doing. Like what I would love to what I'd love to do is film videos with my best friend, but she doesn't really like the camera, which is really annoying. Although she
Who?
wants to be an actor, Tori.
Tori, you don't like being in front of a camera, but you want to be an actor. What's that about? Get your act together. Come on.
No, but as in like I
Jesus.
have, like certain things she might like doing. Like she doesn't mind filming TikToks and stuff, but she's not that confident. But I was like, well, guess what? I'm here to help you gain your confidence.
Says you.
I'm so incompetent in front of a camera.
Yeah, I know you are, but like I'm just talking like in real life, day to day.
You saying I can't talk to you in day-to-day life?
No, I just mean confidence, like in general.
See,
You're
Yeah.
getting better though. Like you got trained by yourself the other
oh
day.
my
I
god,
was
guys!
so proud of you.
The
for that.
most scary thing happened to me the other day. I actually got a train to London by myself. By myself.
You know,
to
I did that
Liverpool
first
Street.
when I did that when I was 15.
Yeah, well, I'm a slow burner.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got to wrap this up now.
Anyways, thank you also for English.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for tuning
See you
in.
next time.
Comment down below any,
Video suggestions.
and we will do them straight away.
Yep. After I go shopping and go to the theatre tonight, which I need to get ready for.
Yeah, I'm ready now. I'm just gonna now.
You're ready, I'm not.
I'm now gonna edit this.
I'm wearing my boyfriend's hoodie and some leggings and some Nike socks, and this is my day-to-day outfit. And now I need to put something else on.
Yeah, well,
So
my
comfy.
day-to-day outfit is just jeans and a top. No, I'm joking. It's actually a tracksuit.
Anyways, see you for the next episode, which will be on pet peeves. Can't wait for that.
I'm excited for that too. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe to get me to 3,000 subscribers.
right now.
Just turn this video
And
off right now
follow
and
me.
subscribe.
And follow me on Instagram at SpanandReader.xx and follow Scarlett on Instagram at ScarlettFitchOfficial.
Hashtag the official account. Anyways, we love you so much and we will see you guys in our next episode. Bye guys.
Bye.